Mananasizuas, buenas tanhafade, todos hamzu. This public hearing is called to order. The time right now is 10:01 a.m. For the record, and in accordance with 5 GCA Chapter 8, subsection 8107, public hearing notices were sent out on Monday, February 26, 2024, adhering to the 5-day notice, and a second public notice on Saturday, March 2nd, 2024, 48 hours prior. In addition, ladies and gentlemen, this hearing was noticed on the legislature's website at www.guamlegislature.com, the Government of Guam's public notice website, and through a TV advertisement on PBS Guam. Written testimonies may be submitted by emailing Senator Muña at guamlegislature.org, or you may hand deliver to our office at Suite 411, 134 West Soledad Avenue, Hagåtña, Guam. Ladies and gentlemen, on the agenda we have Resolution 1 action item, Resolution number 311-37 COR, as introduced by myself, Vice Speaker Tina Rose Muña Barnes, Senator Christopher M. Dueñas, Senator Jesse A. Lohan, Senator Roy A. B. Canata, Senator Dwayne T.D. San Nicolas, Senator Frank Blush Jr., and Senator Joe S. San Agustin. It's relative to supporting the participation of the Republic of China, Taiwan, as observer of the World Health Organization's 77th World Health Assembly, and to reaffirm support for the participation of the Republic of China, Taiwan, as an observer in the international organizations. Joining me here this morning, I'd like to thank my colleagues. I have Senator Dwayne San Nicolas, good morning, and Senator Tello Taitagui, good morning. Before we proceed with the discussion, I would first like to provide some general rules of conduct for all who are in attendance. The conduct of this hearing shall be as follows. Those testifying will be recognized in the orders of the sign-up on the sign-in sheet, which is right here to my left, your right. Mr. Cepeda and Mr. Bashwani are there. Written testimony may be read and submitted to the committee. Please provide our legislative staff with your written testimonies for photocopying. Persons will be allowed to present oral testimony only once. Lengthy testimony should be summarized to 5 minutes, and once you are done, please remain in the room for any questions by my colleagues. Questions and testimony shall be confined to the substance of nature of the agenda. Personal inference as to the character or the motive of any senator or any individual testifying is not permitted. Any violations of this general rule of conduct will result in the removal from the hearing room. When you speak, please make sure that the microphone is on and that you speak into the microphone. And then I ask, please state your name for the record and where are you from, and if you support the resolution or not. Those who do not follow these rules of engagement will be removed from the public hearing room. With that being said, we will move on the hearing on Resolution 311-37 COR, and the only one listed right now at this time is Chia Ping Lu from the Tourism Economic and Cultural Office to present oral testimony, and your delegation, you can come up to the podium, to the table to present your oral testimony. Director General, you may proceed.
Have a day. The Honorable Vice Speaker and Senators of the 37th Guam Legislature, good morning.
Good morning. For the record, Director General, I apologize. I thought I said Taiwan Economic and Cultural Office, but someone said I said tourism. So just for the record, for verification, it's the Taiwan Economic Cultural Office. Shei for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Please proceed.
It is our great honor to be here this morning to join you at this public hearing of Resolution number 311-7 COR relative to supporting Taiwan's participation as observer at the 77th World Health Assembly and to reaffirm support for Taiwan's participation as observer in international organizations. Taiwan and Guam have long time enjoyed a close and unique friendships. Guam is the closest U.S. territory to Taiwan. Taiwan shares with Guam such common values as freedom, democracy, human rights, and strong people-to-people ties. Since 2008, we have seen successive resolutions passed by Guam legislature to request Taiwan's participation in international organizations where we can make a difference, such as the World Health Organizations, the International Civil Aviation Organization, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and the International Criminal Police Organization. The COVID-19 pandemic demonstrated that the world must work together to overcome collective health challenges. The WHO coordinates global health efforts, and it is the WHO's obligation to include all stakeholders. Taiwan is a valuable partner in fighting the unprecedented COVID-19 crisis. Taiwan donated masks and medical equipment to countries in need and shared its experience using technology to investigate outbreaks. Our office, TECO, donated 200,000 masks, 900 pandemic readiness kits, and 4 body temperature scanners to the government of Guam. TECO also worked with China Airlines to arrange a charter flight as a joint humanitarian and referral medical mission to Taiwan to assist Guam patients during lockdown. Despite its contributions, Taiwan has long been excluded from the WHO, which seriously jeopardized the access right to health of 23 million Taiwanese people. As an important stakeholder, Taiwan continually shared coronavirus data with the WHO during the pandemic, but the WHO has never released this information to its members. Taiwan's exclusion is clearly an example of how the World Health Body puts politics before public health. The WHO's exclusion of Taiwan from the global fight against the pandemic is reckless dereliction of duty. We call on all people to demand the WHO to fulfill its obligation, health for all, to represent the world's health interests and hold the WHO accountable when it fails. The people of Taiwan are grateful for the Guam legislature's staunch support for Taiwan's international participations. All the resolutions passed by your honorable senators show that the people of Guam stand shoulder to shoulder with the people of Taiwan. I would like to take this opportunity to express our sincere appreciation to senators of the 37th Guam legislature to sponsor and to introduce this resolution to support Taiwan's inclusion at the WHO as an observer, as well as in all WHO meetings, activities, and mechanisms. TECO looks forward to strengthening medical cooperation with Guam legislature in the year of 2024. Sijuus Mahasi, 谢谢。
Seshe. Would your deputies like to add on? Everything okay? No, okay. First of all, Director General Seshe and Sizu Samasi for being here again this morning to support this effort. And as you noted earlier, it's been literally over a decade and a half since this August body, the Guam legislature, has literally stepped up to the plate to help advocate for these efforts. I literally want to thank my colleagues, Senator San Nicolas and Senator Taitagui, for being here and hopefully in full support of this measure. The expertise that Taiwan has been able not just to give the community, but to give the world, especially during the pandemic time. I must say from my heart that I was literally impressed. You also noted that the donations of hundreds of thousands, over 200,000 masks, the scanners, the kits that were able to assist the community in the island, especially when we were in need. The Taiwan community has always stepped up to the plate. And in our efforts to continue to advocate for a better place as it relates to the medical arena and the expertise of giving to, not just to our community, but to the world, I truly believe that it is a shame that Taiwan has not been given that status of even an observer. I believe that if we continue to try and to continue to advocate for this measure moving forward, I truly believe that with the expertise of the medical professionals that Taiwan has to offer, literally sharing their time, their expertise, but more importantly, their collaboration with other folks around the world, I believe that you can play a very, very, very vital role in making literally medical solutions, medical technology, just everything medical, help bring it up to the forefront. As we continue to move forward, we never give up, and we continue to share in the collaboration to see, the advocation to see how we can move this forward. So with that being said, I will now yield to my colleagues. Senator Dwayne St. Nicholas, for any comments in support of this resolution.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Madam Vice Speaker. I've been fascinated with Taiwan since I was a child. I want to wish the people of Taiwan a Happy New Year, a very prosperous one, and a very peaceful one. I understand how important Taiwan is. It's a symbol of democracy and freedom in this part of the region. And I really admire your work, and I pray for mutual benefit and cooperation for both our peoples moving forward. And I understand how important that is to both our national agenda and our local agenda as well. And it's a wonderful thing to have you as a partner. And so I support this resolution, and I wish us further mutual benefit and prosperity and peace moving forward. Thank you, and you make a fine member to this organization. Thank you, sir.
Senator Dwayne. Senator Tadigui, you have the floor.
Madam Chair, and thank you for the opportunity, and good morning to my colleagues, as well as to the Director General's Office of Taiwan. Greatly appreciate that every year. I know that the Vice Speaker has made it a point to put this resolution together, not just in this term, but last term as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think in the 35th as well. So it's something that we are continuing to do, to be a part of helping Taiwan do what they do best, and that is relationships between two countries. Your technology is amazing. You know, you provide some of the best medical care in Taiwan. I know I've had a friend of mine who is a doctor here on Guam who had her hip surgery done in Taiwan. And said it was one of the best experiences she's ever had. You know, not taking away from what the U.S. has, but she said that she very much enjoyed and recommends her patients to go to Taiwan to have their medical done there if Guam does not provide it. So I greatly appreciate the relationship. Since 1979, I believe Taiwan has had a great relationship with the United States. And as a U.S. territory, we shared that endeavor, most especially with banking and financing. That has been a relationship between Taiwan and the United States to provide that service. I believe export is also one that we've been able to share, where Taiwan has been very gracious in order to accept American export, which is very good. So U.S. does export. We don't always get everything that comes in. But Taiwan receiving export is one thing that we're very grateful for, most especially the investment that Taiwan has made in both, not just the U.S. mainland, but most especially in Guam. The Vice Speaker has mentioned some of the investments that you've made in this relationship. I used to oversee the Consulate General when I was working with Governor Calvo, and had a great relationship. I was so sad to see when Taiwan had to pull out of Guam for one reason or another. And I was very ecstatic and very grateful that they came back. And even stronger than ever, Taiwan is back. I'd like to thank you too, as well as sharing the students that I believe students will be coming here in April. Actually, this is on a university level. I believe some engineers are coming here in the end of April, working with the University of Guam. And this is very exciting, you know, to bring that expertise here to help teach our students. So again, we keep close tabs. I share a great interest in Taiwan, especially when it comes to your technology in recycling, as well as waste to energy. This is very important to Guam. Guam is a very small island. We don't have that much land mass. Where are we going to put our trash, you know? And this is something that Taiwan can help Guam with. And the last thing I'd like to say, that those who are watching, many people don't realize that there is a tribe, the indigenous people of Taiwan, actually has familiar ties with Guam. Some of their language is very similar to our language. And some of the people in these tribes who live in the mountains of Taiwan look like the Chamorro people. So there is a real personal connection that we have, and we greatly appreciate when we see you bring them to Guam to do their traditional dances, and we just become amazed that maybe our people came from that side, you know, of Taiwan, but I mean, I'm talking the words are almost identical. The counting is almost identical. So there is a very, very personal relationship we have with Taiwan, and we want to see it strive and become, you know, and maintain the great country that you are today. So to Jules Masi and Madam Chair, if I may, if I could be a co-sponsor on this legislation. I'm pretty sure everyone is going to vote for this, but I'd like to be a co-sponsor of this, if you don't mind.
Yes, Senator Tadegui, duly noted.
Thank you.
When we get into session floor, and we hope to
Sure.
have it on, as you're very welcome. I hope to have it on by next session agenda, so it is our wish to that. But I literally, too, want to extend our Seishe, Situas Masi, and thank the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office for expressing its support for this legislative resolution. And as we saw during the height, I noted earlier, of the COVID-19 pandemic, and in the aftermath of even Typhoon Marwar, we on Guam can always count on our brothers and sisters in Taiwan to help lift us up in a time of need. Colleagues, as Chamorros and as Gamanians, we know just how important the cultural values of interdependence and and reciprocity are. And so for me, when the opportunity arises for our island to advocate for Taiwan, and I've been here for over 2 decades, so in the decade and a half that we've been advocating for that, I've always said yes, Hungen. And whether it's supporting their inclusion in the international forums and organizations or advocating for greater economic and cultural exchanges, I hope the good people who work in the TECO and of course our island residents who hail from Taiwan will all will be able to count on Guam and her leaders in the same way we've been able to count on them. During this month of Mes Chamorro, it is only fitting that we look to our Austronesian roots in Taiwan and depend that deepens the histories that bind our people together as one. And I know the senator from Inalahan spoke about the Austronesian lineage. We are a people of exploration, not afraid to sell into the great unknown and able to transform untouched paradise into communities that thrive for thousands of years. As we embark on another year of change and challenges, I would like to send the message that Guam and Taiwan will sail together into a more safe and prosperous future. And with that being said, thank you all for being here today for this public hearing on Resolution 311-37 COR. Again, for the record, I will read the resolution relative to supporting the participation of the Republic of China, Taiwan's as an observer at the World Health Organization's 77th World Health Assembly, and to reaffirm support for the participation of the Republic of China, Taiwan as an observer into the international organizations. I will do a note for the record. If there's any individuals who have any further questions or comments, they can email our office at Senator Muña Barnes at guamlegislature.org, or you may send or hand deliver it to 163 Chalan Santa Papa, Hagatnya, Guam 96910, or to my office at 134 West Saladat Avenue, Suite 411, Hagatnya, Guam 96911. And before I move to adjourn, I just want to say that the sister city relationship, we will be celebrating 51 years since 1973. And with that relationship, we continue to advocate for each other and extend our Sizus Mahasi, our Sheshe, for the collaboration and the support that you continue to give to our community, our beautiful island of Guam. Sizus Mahasi, again, Sheshe. It is 10:24 in the morning. I will now call this resolution hearing adjourned. Sanamasi.